I've spoken on here briefly before about my frustration at the fact that Nick Cage as an actor is so frequently dismissed because of some of his worst performances, when he is always impossibly dedicated to every single film that he appears in, and he delivers fantastic performances in films like Adaptation and Pig, for example. But to me, his absolute best performance, it's a really tough argument, but it might just be in Leaving Las Vegas, which I'm going to talk about today. Thank you to STUDIOCANAL for sending me this 4K disc of the new restoration, which looks absolutely fantastic, by the way, while maintaining the grit that is so essential to this film. This film tells the story of Nicolas Cage as an alcoholic who is intentionally drinking himself to death, but who begins to second guess himself a little bit, at least, when he meets a hooker played by Elizabeth Shue, who is also phenomenal in this. And the two begin a kind of doomed romance, but it's never quite fully realised. It's a really interesting drama character study with romantic elements that are utilized more so to actually explore the characters rather than as the genre of the film itself, if that makes sense. Mike Figgis directs the film very well. The score is good, a little bit repetitive, but very good. Cinematography is great, especially with the use of the neon lights throughout the film. I think it looks fantastic, and the distancing of the camera from the characters is also very interesting to keep an eye on in this film, because I think that that adds an additional element that a lot of films just don't have. But really, this is a film about the two towering, incredible, staggering leading performances from Nicolas Cage and Elizabeth Shue, both delivering arguably the best work of their entire careers. Nicolas Cage is so fantastic here, with his body language and mannerisms making him seem like a lost child as he's struggling so much with this addiction, and at the same time his actual acting, his line deliveries and things like this are so eccentric and lively and fun. It shows his own character's avoidance of facing what he's doing to himself in a way that is just heart-crushing. It really is painful. Elizabeth Shue is also phenomenal. Her performance allows a bit more variety because of what her character goes through and how she changes throughout the narrative, and I just think that she's superb. The two performances are two of the best in a mainstream film of the 1990s, there's no doubt. When they're placed together in this tragic, slightly romantic drama, it's one of the most heartbreaking films I have ever seen. This is the second time I've seen it, and it just leaves you feeling battered and bruised for the rest of the day afterwards. It's visceral, but it's absolutely fantastic, and I really cannot recommend it enough, especially on this new restoration, which I do think looks terrific.